So this isn't a statistics class in the sense that you're going to pick up a piece of paper and a pencil and solve for things. This class assumes that you understand statistics. And so we'll be working through all the problems in Microsoft Excel. The first part of the class is going to be more about the research method. The second part of the class is going to be about about using Excel and how that applies to business research. So in terms of materials, the um, the first book that I listed is Statistics for People Who Think They Hate Statistics. Um, hold off on purchasing this book. Um, I made arrangements so that you can have a free digital copy. It is a digital copy though. And it'll go through Vital Source. So what I need to send them is the names and email addresses of everybody who are in the class, and then we can get that set up. And it's kind of perfect because we don't need that book for a while. The other book that you're going to be working from right away is Essentials of Business Research. You need this book as soon as possible, just because you have homework due right away in it. So let me just give you, I should have pulled this up earlier, but let's go ahead and do this. I'm sharing my desktop, right? You can see what a nightmare it's doing. So this is Essentials of, currently unavailable. Yeah, so this is Essentials of Business Research, and you can rent it for 27 bucks, or you can buy it for like 20. If you do the rental, I think it comes pretty soon. Let me know how you do with getting a hold of that book right away, okay? Just because we have homework coming up pretty soon. All right. So you've got a syllabus and it looks almost identical to this, uh, your Moodle, because it just prevents there from being any questions. So I left the Zoom information there up on your Moodle. And then so all of your discussions, the discussions are in two parts. So your essays are due on Friday, and the two comments that you're going to make on your peers' posts are due on Tuesday. Your Excel labs are due by Friday, and your exams are due by Fridays. Okay, and the extra credit is due by April 28, 2021. Okay, and the third thing I put in here about materials is MS Excel with the data analysis pack. So you need to have a copy of Excel. All right. Um, and check with the school as well about if there's a, I know that you can get it at a student rate if you just want to go to Excel and get it at the student rate. And you should double check because it might just be more cost effective for you to buy all of the MS Office with everything in it than to buy just Excel. But the reason you can't do these programs in Google Sheets or in Apple Sheets is the math is too advanced, right? What we're working on is it's more than addition and subtraction and whatnot. You need the power of Excel. Okay, so so this week we've got we're going over the syllabus today, and I want you to do the pre-class exam by January 15th. Uh, so, and you'll notice here it's matching, and then there is some solving in it. This exam, I've designed it only so that I can, uh, only so that I understand where you are in your in your remembrance of statistics, so that I know where to gear the class. Okay. And then I'm asking you to introduce yourself, and your week one discussion essay is due on the 15th, and your comments are due on the 19th. Um, Please let me know if if you can't access a digital version of the book. I think my version is digital, so I know there's one out there. Okay. And then in the following week, we have a holiday, so I'm not holding class right away. So we're not going to meet until the 20th. And we're going to go over ethics and business research and secondary data. And you have discussions with essays and comments due again. So, and this will continue for a while where your homework are discussions. So in the third week, we're going to look at exploratory and qualitative research. On the fourth week, we're going to look at research designs and measurement. And then in week 5, we're going to look into primary collection and designing the data gathering instrument. Um, and then week 6, we've got President's Day, and it's your first exam, so I'd like to give you the whole week to kind of think about this exam. So with the exams, you have 2 opportunities to take the exam. All right. Now, I put text in here. Please read it. Okay. You need to press the review attempt button and the submit all and finish button, and a pop-up that has a submit all and finish button. If you don't do that, the exam doesn't go through. So you may think you took the exam, and on my end, it shows that you didn't take the exam, and any of the work that you did is lost. So make sure that you click that you're done.
I have a quick question.
Uh-huh.
On for the exam one, it says February 15th to February 21st, but the it says it's open only until like the 19th when you click on it. Like it says it'll close on 19th.
Oh, all right. Um, Let me make a note of that.
What are the actual dates for that then?
It's going to be the dates that are on Moodle, not inside, but on it. So I'm just going to make a note. Um, so notes, fix exam 1. So when did I say it was due? Okay, so uh, okay, okay. That looked good. Okay. I'm just making a note for myself, and you're watching me make the note. Okay. So and it's really important for you to take this exam because I need to turn in midterm grades. And so between the discussions and the exam, we'll have a really solid midterm grade. Um, I, I don't give the opportunity to retake an exam unless you have a doctor's note. You can't just tell me you're sick. I mean, you have to have been really, really sick because you have a week to do it. And I do understand some people are getting very, very, very sick right now. So just make sure you get that verified. Um, okay, so following that, we're doing sampling methods, sample size, and fielding the data gathering instrument. And you have discussions due. And then we're doing um, analyzing and interpreting data, and we're doing analyzing qualitative and big data. And then the week of the 9th, we have spring break, which I also called spring bread, which sounds yucky. All right. And then in week 10, we have, we're going over the research report. and we have our second exam, and that goes out to the 19th. So it's finally due on the 19th, and then you have an your discussion. Okay. So in week 11, it seems like you're reading a lot, and you're actually not, because these chapters are really short. Okay, so we're going through validity and picturing statistics, correlations and reliability, and validity. Now, we're moved into the Salkin book right now, and this Excel videos right here, you have to understand how to use Excel just uh, in and of itself before you start this class, all right? Or before you start that section. So I've put in here the videos to beginners, intermediate, and advanced Excel, and also how to install the data analysis tool pack, which we'll be using. So if you don't feel you have a grasp on Excel, I highly recommend you go through at least beginners and intermediate. Okay, all right. And that brings me back to what the extra credit is. Okay, so Excel is ubiquitous in business. It doesn't matter where you work and what field, you're going to see Excel. And you have seen some evolutions of Excel, such as Domo, a Tableau. There's a lot of different evolutions. But at the core, you have to understand Excel. So so I've set extra credit to be, oh my gosh, this is slow to load. It's totally not loading. Okay. Okay. So I've set up the extra credit to be earning your certificate in Excel. So it's going to take you about 15 hours to do that. So if you did a little bit every week, that's kind of the way I did it. I did like an hour and a half every week, and just watch the videos. There's like a little mini like multiple choice quiz in there. There's a few of them, and then you get a certificate. The nice thing about the certificate is you can put it on your resume and you can put it on your LinkedIn. But this is going to teach you more Excel than I have time to teach you right now. And it is something that I'm recommending to students that they take a look at. And I'm trying to show it to you so that you're sure you're doing the right thing. It's not loading. Oh, there it is. There it goes. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So right now it's $12.99, and even if you don't want to do it during your time in my class, you might want to just do it later in your life. So you might want to take advantage of the $12.99 offer as opposed to paying $64. But what you wind up with is you just get to see all these little videos about how to work Excel. And it comes with sample spreadsheets so you can follow along, that sort of thing. Okay, so we're going to start working on Excel in March. And then you have your labs, okay? And you have 4 labs, and they're going to be you're going to be solving problems in Excel and then giving me the answers in your labs. So your labs are due on Fridays, and the first one is on March 26th. Okay. Now, something in my class is if you are going to be late with your work, or you found you fell behind in your work, contact me as soon as possible, and then tell me what you finished. I don't really want to know what you're going to finish because I'm still going to have to hunt and peck for it. But if you tell me, oh, I completed this, I'm sorry it's late, I'll say, okay, that's great. All right. So do that, and I will give you 80% of your score. So uh, try to keep up, but if you fall behind, there's a lot of work in this class. So I want to give you an opportunity to make up for that. But again, you can't make up an exam unless you've got a really good reason. Okay. On March 29, 31, we're going through hypothetical, significance, Z-tests and T-tests. You've got another lab. And I've got the PowerPoints in here, and then the data sets, we're going to open those up in class and work problems, because the best way for me to teach is to have you doing things with me. What some students choose to do is dial into the class with two devices. I don't know what your bandwidth is like, but picture that I'm lecturing with you and I'm showing you how to do something, and then you have Excel open on your end and you're trying to do something, you're trying to copy me. Some students found it really easy to just split the screen uh, window. Where is it? To split the screen, but other students found that really hard to split screen and work it. So now I want to not split my screen. So, so other students said, okay, I'm just gonna have something else running so that I can watch her, but then use my other computer in order to do the work. Okay, and then we're going to do t-tests, ANOVA, factorial analysis, correlation coefficient. And then in case I also set up videos inside of all of these modules so you can see uh, other people besides me giving examples on how to perform the different statistical tests in Excel. Okay. And then in week 14, we're going to do the correlation coefficient and linear regression. And then you have some practice data for the final. And then on the week 15, we're going to do exam preparation. So honestly, on the 19th, I'm going to walk you through the practice data. And then on the 21st, we'll take a look at the final exam data. Okay. So your assignments. So for your weekly reading discussions, okay, you need a 250-word essay on your thoughts as they relate to each week's reading. Okay. And then you can make reference to your own experience. You can also make reference to the press, but it has to be Reuters, AP, or Al Jazeera. Okay. So your essay is worth 6 points. You can comment on 2 other students' notes. Your comments have to be 25 words or more, or you don't get credit for them. Your words must be valuable. You are not composing an email. So, dear class, sincerely, Mary, I agree with your point. Those don't add value to your statement. So just launch in. Okay. Okay. So, and then your comments are worth 2 points each. So you've got a total of 10 points. Make sure you're using your spelling, your grammar, and your APA is in good order. And just, you might think 250 words sounds like a lot of words. 250 words is actually 1 page double space typed. Okay, but please don't upload a double spaced, piece of paper. It's easier for everybody if you just write everything out on a double space on a piece of paper and then copy paste it in. Okay, and then the Excel labs. So you'll complete calculated multiple choice and matching questions. So I might ask you for a number, and then you're going to give me the number, or I might give you 5 options, or I might give you a bunch of definitions and say match these. Okay. And then we have a number of exams in the class. The exams are multiple choice, matching, true, false, and calculated responses. You have 1 hour and 15 minutes for the first 3 exams and 2.5 hours to complete the final. Okay. So right now, wait, I want to get out of share. How do I get out of share? I want to see your faces. Okay. Okay, so why don't we, I'm just going to check. Does anyone have a question right now? Okay.
No.
Okay. So let's go ahead. I just want us to know who's in the class, all right? And so why don't we introduce ourselves and let me know when's the last time you took a statistics course? So use statistics, when were you in corporate finance? So when you use statistics, and maybe what you're doing right now during the lockdown. So let's see, I'll go first. My name's Perez, and the last time I used statistics was 2 weeks ago. I was working on a consulting project. And so what am I doing these days during the lockdown? I'm playing video games and cooking a lot. Okay. And so I'm going to pick somebody, and then whoever I pick is going to pick the next person. So I am going to pick Christina.
Hi, I'm Christina. The last time I took or did statistics was last semester. Something I've been doing is just working and just watching a lot of movies.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pick Justin.
Hi, I'm Justin. Last time I used statistics was first semester of sophomore year, and what I've been doing is I've just been taking care of a new pup, so it's been kind of rough, but it's all good. To keep me sane, I guess. Condry can go next.
Hey guys, my name is Joe. Last time I used statistics was a while ago, but I was in corporate finance last semester. I'm in Hawaii right now. We're not really locked down really too much. Everything's pretty much open now, but yeah, just pretty much been just working in school. Gotham? I'll pick Gotham.
Yes, yeah. So my name's Gotham, and the last time I did statistics was, I believe, 2019 spring. So it's still recent, but yeah. And something that I've been doing to keep sane during the pandemic is I've been reading a lot, and I've been making music.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
What
cool.
kind of music?
Mostly like EDM, and yeah, it's all mainly electronic.
Okay.
Very cool. All right. So now the thing about the class recordings is that they only stay on Zoom for a little bit. So what you want to do is grab the recording and get a look at it and take your notes off of it, because there's only so much room in each school's Zoom account. So we can't keep the recordings up for a very long time. So the recordings will probably be up for 3 weeks, and then they'll automatically delete. So definitely you do have that resource. And that's kind of all I have, unless somebody has anything else.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So for the like the discussion question essays, it says to reference a news story. So do we just look up an article about something and just talk about it, basically?
Oh, I said you can't. Okay, let's go back in there.
Sorry, I missed that.
And no, it's okay. So if you want to reference a news story, so let's say we're talking about the pandemic right now, and you want to talk about research, okay? So if you were going to talk about research into the pandemic, I'd really prefer you not use the Chronicle or the New York Times. I just like you to use these outlets that are a little, they're just a little bit, they don't have any slant to them, honestly. They're just, and here's how it is. Okay, they don't have a lot of, they don't have a lot of slant. So if you see something in the news about, about elections or the disease or anything that has to do with numbers, it'd be really cool to throw it in. So it's not all about the reading. You don't, keep it interesting.
Okay, so since we
Unfortunately,
don't have the textbook as of right now, we can just use the news outlets, right?
you can use the news outlets, and then you can also, so the first thing we're going to talk about is, wait, let me take it here. So, okay, here's what's due on, any day my PowerPoint's going to open up. Okay, so one of the things you have is the PowerPoints. Okay, so you could talk about, well, okay, we talk about the purpose of business research. We want to make sure that managers are making the right decisions and eliminating error. Okay, and then another good thing that, so you can pull things out of the slides for now.
Okay, cool. I was just making sure, that's all.
Yeah. If you can't access the book right now, go ahead and pull from the slides, because it's just the information. It's not as though you want to take a word for word quotation from the book. That's a pain. That's a real big pain, because then you have to get a page number citation in there. It's a really big pain. Whereas if you are doing everything, if
So
you use the PowerPoint as your guide during the
just cite the at the end, like I'm pretty sure you want a citation or reference, just put the
Mhm.
PowerPoint slide number or whatever.
You can cite the book.
Okay.
Yeah, cite the book. Yeah, I mean, if we go crazy with the PowerPoint slide number, that's going to be pretty bad. So just cite the book. Just cite the book. Okay, so let me bring it back. So, oh wait, sorry, just trying to go back here. Yeah, and then like, let me just show you an exam really quick so you kind of get a handle on what they'll look like. Okay, so here's one of the exams. Is this an exam or a lab? Let me take a look. Oh wait, you looked at this exam. Let me take you through a different exam. Because that's the pre-class exam. Okay. Wait, what happened? I'm so sorry, guys. I really do want to show you an exam. I think it's really important because then you're not sweating. This quiz is currently not available. Oh, I see what's, because it's locked. I don't get to see it as a student. Okay. So this is what an exam looks like. It's like 36 questions, multiple choice. Some of these are short answer, multiple choice, very short multiple choice, matching, true, false. Yeah. So my advice to you would be to, the way I've got this set up is so that if you want to take the exam the first time through and you take it and you answer some of the questions, then the system will save those answers. So then you realize, okay, I took the exam, I couldn't quite figure out all the answers, but I've got notes on what the questions were. So I'm going to go look that up and go back into the exam. Then you can go ahead and do that. So go ahead and get back into the exam. Now, if something goes wrong with you and the exam, contact me right away. One of the things that I can see is like if you ask, if you come to me and you say, I tried to take the exam, but it wouldn't work. I'll just go back into the log and I'll see, did you try to take the exam? And then did the system kick you out? So, and then we can find a workaround for it. So you get your 2 attempts with the idea that you look at it and then you make an attempt and then you finish it up on the second attempt. But if something happens, do let me know so that we can get it straightened out. And I have been known to go back to students and say, hey, it looks like you made your second attempt on the exam, but something went wrong because your second attempt didn't go through properly. So I do give some leeway as long as you get in there. You got to start the exam for me to give you some leeway. Okay. So, and then the final exam. Okay. So the final exam has some multiple choice questions. Okay. And some matching questions. And then it has some questions that have to do with the data. Okay. So you have a data set associated with the exam, and all the data has to do with questions in the exam. So you would answer this based on the data that you have. Now the most important thing that I want you to learn from this class is how to talk about statistics. And there's a precise way to talk about statistics, and there's no deviation from it. So there's no significant relationship between X and Y parenthesis R parenthesis 27 parenthesis equals 5.7 comma P is greater than 0.05 end of parenthesis, right? That's how you write about statistics. You say the words, you have an equation. You'll notice here that it has 7 points. There's 1 point for every proper word, number, and letter. Okay, so I know what words are supposed to be in here, and I know what letters and numbers are supposed to be in here. So you're graded on all parts of that. So this is a sentence, and the correct answer is not yes. Okay, So to describe the statistics of the crop yield data. There are, again, really specific ways in which to answer that question. Okay. And then did I show you what a lab looks like yet? Yeah, really quickly. Yeah. So labs tend to be shorter. So like use chapter 6 data set 2. Did the number of sweets the subject eat determine the subject's health? Use 0.05 significance. Do not use 0 as a constant, right? So once you actually read about chapter 16, you'll understand what I'm asking for, but you can't answer this question without performing an Excel test, right? And with the labs, because it's homework, you have an unlimited amount of time and number of attempts to do the homework. So homework you can go in as many times you want, but exams are contained to two attempts, 1 hour and 15 minutes per attempt. Okay, and then again, I'll give you 80% of credit, so you only lose 20% if any of your homework is late, but you have to let me know after the fact that you did the homework, because I'm not going to go backwards in time and keep checking each and every student that he or she did the homework, right? I'm just going to keep marking that homework isn't turned in until you tell me it's in there now, because I'm kind of doing you the favor, so please do me the favor back and just let me know that your homework's in there. And I like getting homework late. I'd rather see students do that than feel really, really overwhelmed. And like I said, student services is available if something comes up for you, contact Student Success Center and they'll contact all your professors and we'll make accommodations for you. Okay. So with that in mind, I hope I've shown you samples of the homework, and then with the homework that's due on Friday, go ahead and put your homework in there. And then if I have comments on the first homework that you turn in, when I make the comments, I'll give you an opportunity to redo the homework in week 1. Okay. So given all that, do you have any questions?
No, not so far.
Okay, none so far. Okay, so let's go ahead and then I don't have more to tell you about this class. I am really sorry you guys don't get to volunteer. I mean, it's super fun. A lot of students really liked it, but you know, it is what it is, and you're doing really valuable work for the community. I don't think you'll fully grasp that, because the students who had the opportunity to volunteer could really see that that the organizations needed money, and the students really came to understand that by conducting the evaluations enabled the nonprofits to provide evidence when they were asking for money, you know. So even in the nonprofit world, statistics is super important to business decisions. And in that case, the business decision is that of the people giving away money. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end class, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you. See you Wednesday.
okay, bye.